Okay. Hi, I'm Cheryl. Welcome to this 30-minute virtual Body Bliss class. What you'll need for today is maybe a mat, or you might be working on your carpet at home. You may want to have either a towel or some kind of cushion for support. You may want to have close access to a chair or maybe the side of your couch or a wall when we do a little bit of the standing balance work. And as usual, we prefer to do our Body Bliss work in bare feet, or if you have socks that have little grippers, just to get that nice connection of the feet into the ground. So let's begin standing with our feet about hip distance apart and start to connect to the ground, finding our flooring and our centering and connection, and getting our body and mind connection flowing, and just feeling an awakening of our spine. And as we inhale, we'll just float the arms comfortably up to the sides and down again. And if your shoulders prefer, the arms can come a little bit lower and down. And just firing the feet, centering into the floor, connecting big toe, baby toe, ball of the foot, the inner, the outer edge of the heel. And as we breathe in, we're going to get a nice opening of the front of the body and a lift, and exhale down. And we're going to feel that waterfall trickle down the back body. So lifting and opening through the front and grounding and connecting through the back body. And we'll get a couple more. Just starting to awaken the body, feeling the ease of movement. How is the body moving today? And one more time, breathing in, both arms up. And exhale down. And then we'll have the right arm only reach up. Inhale. And exhale down, and the left arm. Inhale up and exhale, and just continue. Always at your own pace. And down, and just getting that nice breath and opening into the left side body and down. If it feels right, create a little bit of a side bend of your spine as you breathe in. Inhale, feel the stretch armpit to the outer edge of your foot, and we'll do one more each. In, keeping nice space, shoulder to ear, and down, and one more left. Inhale, and down. And both arms will reach up and breathe again. In, exhale, we'll bend the knees, shift our weight back into our heels, hands to the thighs into our sit squat. Stay for a breath in, and out. Breathe in, and then exhale, scoop your belly, drop your tailbone, start to round and sequence your spine up. And roll your shoulders. And again, breathe in, stretch. Exhale, little bit of weight back in the heel. Shift it back. Abs are on, checking that low back. Take a full breath in and out. And a nice breath in. Exhale, scoop the belly, drop the tailbone, sequence, roll it up in shoulders. Two more. Breathe in. Exhale back. We'll just breathe in one time here. And then in that exhale, we're going to scoop and roll it up, open the shoulders one more time. Breathe in, open, exhale, sit back into your squats. Breathe in, and scoop and roll it up. This time, we'll shift the weight to the left foot. Inhale, reach. As we sit in our chair, we'll take that right heel out. Sit back. We'll keep that right foot there. We're going to roll it up and plant the foot down. And breathe in again, exhale. So you're doing the same sit, getting a little bit more stretch on that right hamstring and calf. Pull your toes, plant the foot, scoop and roll it up. Couple more. Breathe in, sit back, in, scoop. As we plant the foot, that right arm, we're going to go over to the left side and turn. And we'll come back front, exhale. Sit in our chair, pick up those toes. Plant the foot as you roll. Inhale, up and turn, open. Exhale, shift the hip back, stretch the hamstring. In, roll it up, opening a little bit of twist. Sit it back, one more time this side. In, plant, open and turn. And then just pull it in, weight on that left leg, bring the right in. Shift your weight to the right a little bit, breathe in. Exhale, left heel dig will go out. Shift the hips back. Breathe in, roll it up as we plant the foot. And again, breathe in. Shift that weight back. Working on balance a little bit in the hamstrings and the calves. Plant the foot, roll it up. Inhale, shift it back, sit. And then we're going to roll it up, guide with that left arm, and we're going over to the right, a little bit of a turn. And then bring it back front, shift it back. In, roll it up, plant, anchor, up and overturn. In, come in front again, shift it back. Plant and roll, up and over. And last time, exhale, sit back. Inhale, plant, up and over. And to the front, weight on the right foot, step that left foot back in. And then from here, we're just going to bounce. Bouncing is fun. Bouncing is going to help us hydrate our fascia, so just all the connective tissue that contains us and supports us all the way head to toe. So it's very light through the hips and the knees. Loosen up the feet. This is totally free time. So we're just kind of squeezing the fluid back into the tissues, like squeezing the sponge, getting a little bit of that elasticity back into our tissues, getting the spring back in our step. And just free that up a little bit. You can shift side to side. Heels are coming off, heel bounces, a little bit of toe bounces. And then start to shift your hips a little bit side to side, turning tummy, chest, light rotations. You can do this with or without the bounce. And start to mobilize the spine. Breathe in, breathe out. And then really let the arms go. Just let them go. Gentle tractioning again of the fascia. It's all just helping to unwind, loosen that up. And then we'll add a little bit of a pivot turn. So we're going to just turn that toe to let the hip open up. Tight hip flexors if we're sitting a lot. And do about 4 more swings. Breathe in. Just let it go. A couple more right, left. Just feels good. 1 more. We'll start to center the body front, get those legs a little bit wider, and then start to shift our weight side to side into a little lunge. We'll stretch the inner thigh. We have a little bit of a hip hinge, abs are on supporting the low back, and we're just putting on the brakes, knees staying inside of the ankle. Couple more. And we'll hang out a bit on the left side, and we just want to feel like that left hip is going to melt down to the floor. Breathe in, breathe out. Always go where it feels right for your body. And shift it over to the right. Putting on the brakes. Inner thigh opening, abs, upper back nice and tall. Breathe in, breathe out. And always noticing which side likes to move more easily. And then find your center. Keep the knees soft, toes mostly front. Breathe in. Again, exhale, hands. Open the thighs. It's okay to keep the hands up tall. And then start to hip hinge like your belly wants to melt down to the floor. So it's okay to be here. Maybe you're using the back of a chair or a couch to support you. If it feels good, use the arms, press gently to the thighs to stretch your whole spine forward. Exhale, deepen the hip crease, let the belly melt. You want to keep the hip nice and limber. Having the hip nice and mobile will help your low spine. And then just see, do the hands want to make their way down to the shins? Doesn't have to be. Maybe they're comfortably floor. So wherever that is, find a little bit of a shift forward onto your toes and your heels. It's very subtle, nice balance, stability work. Breathe in and out. Just get into a little rhythm. If you're far enough bent forward in the fold, just let the head and neck release. Couple more breaths. Knees can still be soft. Just lengthening all through the back body chain fascia. And then plant your feet solid. Breathe in. Scoop your belly, drop your tailbone, hands to shins, and very slowly start to make your way up. Breath in. And down. Feet will come closer so they can be a little bit wider than hip distance. Breathe in, shift back to your squat again. Deepen the hip crease, and again, you might be staying nice and high. This is perfectly fine. Or feel like the belly is going to melt through, so just a closer forward fold. And then just reestablish that. This might feel a little bit tighter in the hamstrings. And then we're going to walk the torso side to side. So, you know, if your hands are up on the thighs or the shins, that's okay. Just feel like the body wants to move side to side. I always like to do this before a walk or a run. It just loosens up everything in the outer hip, IT band in the lower back. Breathe in and out your own rhythm. And just one more each side. And then gently find your center. And again, firm up the legs, soften the knees, scoop the belly, drop the tailbone. Take your time, making your way up. And just release it out a little bit. Nice breath in and out. So we've got a little bit of opening in the hips. We're going to go to a comfortably wide stance for a little bit of yoga triangle pose, Trikonasa. So we'll take the right foot, we'll just turn that out, and then the left foot. And you could actually be, if you had a yoga mat, you can be on that. I'm just on the floor for now. And then we're just going to breathe in, let the arms stretch out a little bit. And we're going to start to bend that right knee. And we're going to keep that in line with the midfoot. Just limber that up a little bit, and then bend and sink that down. And breathe in. We're going to turn the tummy chest right to the edge of the mat. You can keep the right knee bent, or we're going to draw that kneecap up for a deeper hamstring stretch. And then we're almost doing a little bit of a hip bump. We're going to draw that hip bump out to the back end of the mat. Lengthen our spine. Hands can be high on the hips. And feel like we're getting our tailbone in the crown of our head stretching long. Very actively lifting our knee, ground all the way through the feet. Continue to lengthen. Hand either in the thigh or melt it down to the shin. Check we're not on the knee. Keep turning the belly, chest up. Get nice width across the front of the collarbones and the shoulder blades. Perfectly okay here, or stretch the top arm out. We want to feel like both shoulder blades and the fingers are getting as far away as they can. Eye gaze can be gently to the hand, but if that's not right for your neck, just look straight forward. Take 2 more full breaths. In, activate the legs, find your roots. Lengthen your tailbone away from the crown of the head and your arms as wide as they can. On your next inhalation, magic string pulling you up, and that arm just doing your little guitar strum. Gently open it up. Pivot, turn your feet front, shake it out a bit. Other side. Setting up again, breathe. Open the arms, so pivot, turn, left foot out, right foot as much on an angle as you can. Start to bend that front left knee a little bit, keeping it in line with about middle of the foot, baby toe side. Sink it in and just check. Anchor the feet and then really bring the tummy chest as much in line with edge of your mat as you can. Soften the arms. Do the little hip bump. Take that hip bump and the tailbone out. And check if we start to spin our belly down, we're going to keep it higher up. We're going to keep that lengthening out. Now again, you might be lifting that leg if you want more of a hamstring stretch. Otherwise, keep the knee bent, lift active. Check in, anchor roots, lengthen, continue. Shin, not knee. Roll the armpits. In, stretch. Continue. Every inhale, lengthen crown of the head away from the tail. Strong legs, push down into your floor. Keep turning tummy, chest up, get the fingers, the arms as far away as you can from each other. Feel the space. And a couple more breaths. Nice in through the nose, out through the nose or mouth. Next inhale, magic string, pull you up. Release, strum your guitar, release that shoulder. Gently open it. Pivot, turn the toes front. Shake out the cobwebs and bring it in. Okay, we'll start to make our way down to the mat. Take a nice breath in. Sit back into your chair. Roll it up and up. Oh, no, we're going to do our standing balance first. Bring your support. So you may not need a support, but if you've got access to touch the wall or back of the couch or your chair, that's fine. So we're going to ground into that right foot. So lift up your toes, spread big toe to baby toe. Little suction cups, all 4 points, anchor it down. Firm that leg up. Just feel like you got an inch taller. Use for support the free leg. We're going to breathe in and lift the knee up as high as comfortable and gently down. Our hip bone's going to stay nice and vertical. Breathe in and put it down. And up. And one more. So I'm just doing a few repetitions. We'll put that toe back down, and then from here we're going to open the gate and close. The hip headlights will stay front, and just wherever that feels good for your hip. So if you wanted to do more repetitions of these, you could just pause the video, do as many as you like to challenge yourself, and then come back. And open, and then little combo. So we're going to open, lift the knee, the gate goes open, we're going to close it and put it down. Breathe it in, open it up, and in. 2 more. Lift it up. It's okay if that toe, has to anchor into your leg a little bit. That's okay. 1 more. And in. Exhale. In. Gently down. Shake out the hips. Other side. I'll just push the chair away there for now. Ground in. So lift the toes, spread. Big to baby toe ball. Feel. Big baby toe, inner outer heel, suction cups. Suck you down. Squeeze the leg tall using those hip muscles. And then inhale, knee up and down. And up and down. Breathe in and out. 1 more. Up. Hip mobility. Ground the hip. Inhale, open the gate. And close. So it's all about that hip mobility again, and the best thing you can do for your lower back and your spine in general is keep the hips mobile. Open and close. We have 1 more. And open and close combo. We bring it up, open the gate, and close and down. Again, of course, you could have your support on the other side. And open and close. 2 more. And in. Open, close, last time, and in, open, close, gently down. Shake out the cobwebs. Okay, now we get to come to the mat. Nice and warmed up. Take a breath in, exhale, shift your weight back, and then we'll come all 4s to the mat. So you want to check that your knees are under the hip. We'll tuck the toes under for now, and hands. So you might have maybe a towel roll if wrists are a little bit of an issue, just to put your hand on a bit of a slope to keep the wrists nice and lengthened. So you may or may not need that. You might be rolling up your mat. And what helps is to have the hands, the table legs, directly under the shoulder. Sometimes we'll put the arms further out, but it creates a little bit more strain through the neck. So it's a little bit better to put the table legs right under, and then cue your shoulders and your armpits into your hips. So we use some of the back body to give us support. Keep the spine long, tuck the toes, take a breath in, exhale, squeeze through your belly, and hover the knees off the mat. And as you inhale, set them back down. So exhale, connect armpits down, navel up, and up we go. And inhale down. And again, we're just doing a few reps. Exhale to ground and lift. And inhale down. We'll do a couple more, but if you wanted to do more, feel free to pause the video and do a few more reps. This is a great core strengthener, shoulder mobility. Anchor and lift. And inhale down. Just lay the top of the feet back. Gently shift the hips back and forward, coming in and out of a little bit of child's pose. Back release. In, out. Last time. And then we'll make our way just a tall kneeling position. So knees still that hip distance apart. And open up. And then one hand in the belly, one just lower back. So you can check you have that nice low back curve. The back muscles feel soft and relaxed. We have an action of the abdominals, pulling the pants up, and feel like your glutes, your buttocks want to melt down the back of your legs. Take a breath in, stretch. Exhale, draw the navel in and just create a little bit of a lean back. You're going to feel some tensioning in your thighs. Inhale, release out of that. Exhale, scoop and lean back. Inhale, make your way up. Exhale, scoop and lean. Inhale, lengthen. Do a few more. Exhale, scoop. So the farther you go back, the more you want to recruit your abdominals for support. And if you want more of that challenge on the legs, it's like a bit of a kneeling bridge. Inhale up. Let's do one more. And again, feel free to do more of these on your own. And gently inhale. Breathe in. And exhale, we'll go back to that all four kneeling position. So again, your option, tuck the toes to do the all four hover knees if you like again, but we'll progress to a bit of a plank. So set the shoulders back, armpits to hip, navel up. As you breathe in, step that right leg back. Check that the right hip didn't bang into the wall. Lift the shin, and the exhale, take the left leg back. In, feel like you're pulling yourself forward. Exhale. In, bring the right knee back. Exhale, bring the left. And we're doing all that without the hips shimmying to the side wall. Again, set the shoulders in, right leg back, firm it up. Exhale, left leg. In, feel like a little rock forward. Exhale. In, right knee back. Exhale, left knee. Couple more. Set the shoulders. In, feel the shin, the kneecap lift, firm thigh. Exhale, left leg, nice and firm. Better to have the hips a little higher than sagging low. In, we have that little pull forward, engage the lats. Exhale. In, right back. Exhale, left back. Last time, where of course you can do more on your own. In, stretch the right. Exhale, the left. In, get space. Exhale. And in, right. Exhale, left. In, we're going to bring that right knee a little bit further forward and out. Tuck the foot under the left shin and just shift it back a little bit. Bit of pigeon. It's okay to let the whole upper body make your way to the floor if you like, or scoop through the belly, firm up the buttocks. Squeeze, roll the shoulders back, shoulder blades kiss, and just lengthen through your spine. Again, very lightweight on the hands. Feel the back body supporting you and holding you up. Couple breaths. And gently release. Bring that front knee in the middle first. And up. Come up to shake out the cobwebs. Other side. So right knee will stay, or left knee will stay. And right a little bit, left knee's a little bit out to the corner, tucking the foot under, supporting the thigh. Melt it down a little bit. You might, depending how tight you are in the hip, maybe using that cushion as a bit of support. Scoop the belly, firm up the buttock. Have that length in the low spine. Roll the shoulders. So lats, right? Skew those armpits down, squeeze the shoulder blades open. Notice the difference on this side. Couple breaths. When you're ready, knee in the middle, bring the other leg up. Come to tall kneeling position and just shake out the cobwebs. Okay, I think this next one's my new favorite stretch exercise. Okay, so we'll position, we'll just scooch over a little bit. So we're going to stack the left knee over hip and the right leg is just going comfortably wide and long. And we'll just square off hip, toes, everything front. We just want to make sure that hip is over the knee, nice and vertical. Yeah. Take a breath in. And down. Left arm's going to reach up and over. And down. And then we're going to rotate, turn tummy, chest toward the long leg. Inhale, side bend. And close. And twist. And front. One more. In. X. In. And X. Then kind of a split leg all four. start to shift your weight forward and back. So it's a little bit like we're going for a bit of a sits pose into that hip, and just where this feels comfortable for your hips, inner thigh. Now I like to take the hands forward, so if you want a little bit more of an upper body challenge, start to shift your weight forward, almost a little bit like a chaturanga move, so triceps. So I'm shifting my weight forward almost like I want to come down into a plank. And then I'm just going to push it all the way back. So find the range you like. It's okay to keep it very small, light and fluffy, or start to work it if you like. If you're bending the elbows, keep them where they would tickle your rib cage. And just feel free to move that where it feels comfortable. Do about 3 more. In. And exhale. In. Getting a lot of good heat in the body. And gently back. Slowly walk the hands back. Slowly start to make your way up. Those ones, yeah, definitely do more of those. Those are great. Gently take your time in. And we'll just do the other side. I'm just scooching over a little bit. Get the general shape. And again, might feel very different on this side. And we just want to check the hips right over the knee. Take your time, breathe in. And down. Right arm will come up and over. And back, and then turn. Rotate. Again, mobilizing the spine. And we need to do that. There's not an active blood supply right to the tissues, the cells of the spine. So we need mobility. That's how we kind of squeeze nutrients in there and wastes out of the tissues. And one more time. Inhale up and over. And exhale. Always letting the breath guide your movement. And close. And then we'll start to walk it. And again, getting that feeling in that hip. Just that little bit of movement forward. Checking. And again, you know, maybe you need your propping if the knee doesn't like to bend so much. So props are always good to help get you into the right space. And maybe you're experimenting with that little bit of plank. And this is nice because you can make it as deep or not as you want. Best friend is drawing those armpits down to the hip and just finding the back body supporting you. Maybe do about 3 or 4 more. So whatever number, just even it out. Really find that range. Breathe in and out. Usually inhale, we're getting some opening and space in the body. Exhale, we're closing. I'll do 1 more. And in and out. Slowly bringing the hands in. Slowly starting to make your way up. Okay, shaking it out. And just the last little sequence. Make your way down onto your side. Now for this one, you may need a bit of a propping under your knee. And when we do the regular class, we have a little ball. So if you have an inflatable ball, you could use that. So the bottom leg will be long, and we're going to take that top leg over. So if you find it tight to put your knee right on the floor, if you're getting strain in your knee or hip, you know, just your propping. And then we're going to start to roll like we want to go on our tummy. And then we support the head, and we're just opening to the sky. So we get a nice hip opener, and depending, your toe might slide, or you just might let your leg slide like a half butterfly. And then support the head, neck, and gently open. And find whatever breath sequence works for you. Here we want to keep length in the cervical spine, so we have the eyes just gently over the hip. So yeah, nice hip opener. Into a spinal twist. Yeah, maybe a couple more. And again, this one, please feel free to do more of these on your own. I love this one. And then what's nice, and we'll stay in this open twist and just hang out, you know, anywhere 2 or more breaths. gently. Start to derotate the spine. Hand press, gently make your way up. Other side. Let's put the towel to the side. Okay. And just getting nice and long. Let that top leg in again. Might be tighter in the hip or the glute. And then it's called pandiculation. It's just the stretching we all do when we wake up in the morning and our body is just, you know, kind of stretching around in the bed. We're turning over here, we're opening up. It's a fascial reset. So it's just kind of getting that opening and lengthening of our body and our tissues. And again, just be aware of how this side is going to feel different. Very often when we do twists, it often feels very different on one side than the other, and you usually notice that right away. Getting a nice breath. I like to do the inhale on the nice extension. We're doing a twist, but also extending and lengthening the spine. And be totally free with this movement. You know, so if you want your arms to go pancake, that's fine. Let your body be your guide. And then once we get into that open twist, again, just choose. You could stay down in that position as well for a few breaths and then move into your open twist. We'll stay here for maybe 2 breaths. Take that breath right into the side body, the outer hip, neck nice and long. And then when you're ready, start to derotate, hand gently finding the mat. Start to gently press up into that. Make your way comfortably seated forward. And again, if you find it a little bit challenging to sit on the mat, you feel like you want to slouch your low back, again, this is where you may want to have your cushion or towel just to prop your hips a little taller up. You have a very soft, loose butterfly. Just our last vinyasa. Breathe in. As we exhale, we're going to mobilize the hip, tip the hip bone, draw the navel right to your heels. As you breathe in, you're going to stack the spine tall. On the exhale, scoop through your belly. We're going to flex the lumbar spine, engage through the back of the legs, and release. In, we're going to pick the chest up, extend, open. Exhale, belly to heel. In, articulate the spine, stack the vertebrae. Exhale, work the core. So just like we're going to roll out the cookie dough. Keep the heels on the floor if you can. Breathe in, nice, work through the spine. Exhale, heels forward, loose butterfly. Last time, inhale, roll it up. Exhale, activate your core and your hamstrings all through the back of the leg. Deep as you need to go. Inhale, exhale, last time through. Stay here for a couple breaths, totally relax your shoulders. Every inhale, belly button coming through. Exhale, melt down. And then when you're ready, inhale, just start to stack and roll the spine up. Staying here, comfortably seated. Roll the shoulders back. Nice big breath, inhale. Exhale down. Thank you for taking the time to watch this video. Thanks for taking the time for yourself and your body. Have a wonderful day. Namaste.